Mhm. Hi, guys. So we're going to go through today how to choose your own bioessence frequencies. I'm here on the bioessence you choose page. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to walk through this because it is not rocket surgery, despite what people think. So we're on the page. There's like a whole bunch of questions you have to answer to get this. And you can skip all that first and just read through a little bit of what we're saying here if you want to. I'm going to jump right into this because I already know. Anyway, um, so you got to do the little dots. We're going to say, I'll look them up using the instructions below because that is cheaper than paying us to look them up for you. And this is well within your sphere of being able to do so. I promise it's not that hard. The next thing is choose your preservative base. And we recommend brandy. It has a better shelf life. It tastes better when you dilute it in water. Apple cider vinegar tastes like vinegar no matter what you do to it. Plus, it doesn't have the same shelf life. And honestly, the alcohol content in the brandy is so minimal. There's just no reason to avoid it. But if you really need a non-alcoholic, it is there. So then it says frequencies needed, and then it says NA if we're looking them up for you. So if you don't know what you need and you're going to pay us the 60, then you write NA right there. But you're smart cookies and you can do this. So we're going to go look up some numbers. Now we have links down here. So you're not having to go out into the wild blue yonder. You can use our suggested resources. And we like EDTFL. It's first on the list for a reason. They are doing a really good job with their research and they're updating all the time. So if we click on that, then we're going to come over to this page. And the first thing that you're going to see is bioresonance frequency for Rife machines. Now, we are not telling you that you need to go buy a Rife machine. We are not telling you that you need to go find a Rife therapy practitioner because remember, this is us and we do all kinds of weird things and we don't do anything the way that we're supposed to do it. So if you're new here, there's your intro for us. So anyway, they want you to download this PDF and I don't think this button works. So you just scroll, put your name and email in there. They are not wanting your name and email to send you 1,000 email messages. All they're wanting to do is protect their site and make sure that it's accessible for you as an actual person compared to a robot who's attacking the site because they don't want this message to get out. Or, just because they can, it doesn't even have to be really an agenda driven thing. There's all kinds of stuff that goes on as far as having PDFs that are just out there for anybody and everybody. So this is just how they verify that you're who you say you are. So it's safe. Go ahead and download that. Now I've already done that, obviously. So let's look at this. We've got just literally thousands of things here. Like, this is not the place that you come to just browse and go, oh, what could I do? This is where you have a burning need that you need fixed and you have tried other things and nothing is working. That's where you come to us and go to this thing. So Control F or Command F is your friend because, yeah, literally thousands. So I'm going to go Command F because I have a Mac. And we'll do eczema because somebody was having trouble with that and saying there's too many frequencies for eczema. And if I move my little chat head, it's found on 2 pages. So that's not that many. We have dermatitis eczematosus, which maybe that's what we need. I don't know, but let's look at the other one. It just says eczema. So let's just do eczema. And really, there's not too many frequencies. There's a bunch of numbers right here, but that's a frequency set. So like if you were to go get Rife therapy, they would program all of these numbers in and run them all on you. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take all these numbers and copy them. And then we're going to come back over here to this page. And we're going to paste them in that little box. And then we want to know where you got it from. So you're going to say EDTFL if that's where you got it. And the frequency name, which it was called eczema, not eczema dermatosis. And then this one you only fill out if we're looking it up, but something has to go in there. So we just say NA. And then I have read and agree with the waiver in the description below, and that is just down here. So you read that and then check the yes box. And that's all you got to do. Now, one place where, let me stop sharing so I can talk to you. One place where you might want to consider having us look it up is if you have tried and you've gone to EDTFL, you've gone to SpookyTube, and whatever you're looking for is just too weird and they don't have it. We will give you a refund if we can't get that back, because Eve, who does these for me, she does them on Tuesdays and Thursdays currently. So, you know, if you order on a different day, then we're going to have to wait around for her to get there, because she does all of that work in our office on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But she packs around this giant stack of frequency lists, and she knows where to find everything in that stack. I don't really get it, but she'll be able to find most things. I think she seems very confident, and I haven't seen her fail on it yet, and she can create from scratch if nothing else. So yeah, that's where you might want to, you know, go for that $60 option, but otherwise it's very easy for you to do this yourself, I promise. So save yourself the money and do the $35 one. The other thing that I was going to say is I don't mind throwing in some flowers or some of the other frequencies. You know, we have a lot of frequencies of supplements and herbs and, you know, whatever you would take for specific conditions. And if we have something like that handy, and I don't have to get into a whole consultation with you, and I don't have to do a bunch of research. I just know that, okay, you're doing something for hyperthyroidism. Well, hey, I know that your voice has probably been under attack and you've been dismissed a lot and misunderstood a lot. So, you know, we can do some trumpet vine in there or something like that. If you're open to that, put it in the order notes for me and I'll see what I can do. Personally, I wouldn't like to do that because I'm already taking whatever I want for flower essences, and you can only take so many essences at one time. So I would rather just have my bioessence frequency just as is, so I can combine it however I want to, but that's me. I don't know if that's you. So I'm giving you that option. Anyway, hope that helps. Thank you.